Hello everyone! Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my channel, just click like and subscribe. Okay, so today we're going to take up or discuss about finding the area of square and rectangle. What do you mean by area? So when we are talking of area, it is the number of square units that cover the flat surface of a closed figure. And area is measured in square units such as square centimeters, square meters, square feet, square inches, square decimeters, and many others. We can use many units to measure in measuring area. How are you going to find for the area of a square? So when we are talking of square, all sides are equal. So to find for the area of a square, all you need to do is you're going to multiply the measure of one side by itself. And we can use the formula area is equal to side times side or s squared. And how are you going to get for the area of a rectangle? So when we are talking of rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So to find for the area of a rectangle, all you need to do is you're going to multiply the length by the width. And we have this formula, area is equal to length times width. We have here some example. Let's have first finding the area of a square. So how are we going to get for the area of a square? Supposing that one side of this square is equal to 8 centimeters. So what do you think is the area of the square? So to solve for this, all we need to do is we're going to use the formula first, side times side. So if one side is equal to 8 centimeters, of course, the other side is also equal to 8 centimeters because all sides have the same measurement. So this will be 8 centimeters times 8 centimeters. So therefore, if we're going to multiply these two numbers, 8 times 8 will give you a product of exactly, that is correct. That is equal to 64 square centimeters. How about if we're going to use a grid? How are we going to get for the area of a certain figure? So we have here an example. Okay, so this small square refers to 1 square unit. Now, how are you going to get for the area of this? So all you need to do is you're going to count for the number of square units here in one side. So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one side is equal to 8 square units. Then we're going to count again the number of square units in the other side. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, to use the formula, side times side. So we have here 8 times 8. So if we're going to multiply these two numbers, it will give you the product of, very good, that is equal to 64 square units. Remember this, kids, that we're going to use square units only if we cannot see any unit of measure that is being used here. Okay, now let's proceed. We have here an example of finding for the area of a rectangle. So supposing that the length is equal to 7 meters and the width is equal to 4 meters. So how are we going to get for the area of this rectangle? So we are going to follow the formula again. Area is equal to length times width. And by substitution, length is equal to 7 meters and the width is equal to 4 meters. Now you're going to multiply 7 and 4. What do you think is the product? Okay, very good. So that is equal to 28. And the unit of measure that we're going to use is square meters. Remember that if you are going to solve for the area of any plane figure, the unit of measure is always expressed in square units. How about if we're going to use a grid? Okay, everyone, we have here an example of finding for the area using a grid. Area of a rectangle using a grid. So one small square again is equal to one square unit. Now let's count for the number of square units for the length. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the length is equal to 7 square units. And let's count again for the number of square units for the width. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So exactly, that is 4 square units. Now, if we're going to solve that, we have here our solution. Area is equal to length times width. So length is equal to 7 square units and the width is equal to 4 square units. Now, if we're going to multiply 7 and 4, the answer is equal to, very good, that is equal to 28 square units. Okay? Did you understand? How are you going to get for the area of a square and a rectangle using a figure and using a grid? Okay, that's great. So let's have here some example. Let's calculate. Okay, for number 1, we're going to find for the area of the square. So look at the figure here. One side is equal to 9 centimeters. You still remember what is our formula in finding for the area of a square? That's great. All you need to do is you're going to multiply side times side. Okay, so one side here is equal to 9 centimeters. What do you think is the measurement of the other side? Very good. So that is equal to 9 centimeters also, because when we are talking of a square, all sides are equal. So this will be 9 centimeters times 9 centimeters. And if you're going to multiply 9 and 9, the answer is equal to, that's great, that is equal to 81 square centimeters. Remember, guys, that you're going to express the unit of measure in square units every time that you're solving for the area. Okay, that's good. Now let's proceed for the area of a rectangle. Example number 2. Okay, so the length here is equal to 5 meters. And the width is equal to 12 meters. Now we're going to get for the area of this rectangle. By following the formula, area is equal to length times width. We have here length is equal to 5 meters and width is equal to 12 meters. Now, if we're going to multiply 5 and 12, what do you think is the answer? Can you tell me? Okay, very good. So that is equal to 60 square meters. Okay, so did you understand now? Do you know now how to get for the area of a square and a rectangle? So that's great. Just follow the formula in finding for the area of a square and for the area of a rectangle so that you can get for the correct answer. Okay, that's all for now. See you in my next vlog. Bye-bye.